welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport for our first versus the community. This is, well, our first kind of open class race, if you will. We are racing B-class cars, and we are starting where versus the community started many years ago. In fact, we're at Silverstone, admittedly a different layout of Silverstone now, but yeah, we will head into this race. So it's open B because of the garbage car upgrades and car leveling system. There can't be any fun restrictions or rules or whatever for this, so it's just open B class. A whole bunch of different cars have turned up, as you are going to be seeing. And I have got a Holden Monaro, which it's not bad. It's not perfect. It's been a bit of a faff to build. I know, ideally I would be doing these videos using replay cameras. However, the multiplayer replay is inconsistent and often don't work. So we are, from my perspective for the moment, so we will only see what's going on for me. We won't see what's going on elsewhere in the race. Sadly, that is all I can do. At the moment, I mean, rear-wheel drive Monaro is going to launch quite quickly in comparison to a front-wheel drive Civic. We are alongside Liam's Nissan through the first couple of corners. That's fine. So the strength of my Monaro is acceleration. It doesn't have great top speed. Oh, yeah, it's not got great top speed because I have to put as much aero on it as possible. It's all very busy through here. The two low ties are causing trouble. Can we get through the middle of this? We are through. We are out the other side. We are chasing down a Ewan. The speed and power of the Monaro. I love that Megane. It's a great handling car, but it is. It will. Oh, Supra. I say maybe a little early on the, little earlier than me on the brakes. The Nissan has come back. Oh, we are out very wide through here. Can I get the power down? Around the outside we can. Ewan snuck back past again, but then is no match. Ewan, how's it going? Use the speed, use the speed. Monaro is through. Once again, if you watch the stream of the weekend, I did this to Ewan and frustrated a Renault. Okay, so the reason I went for the Monaro is it's relatively light. It gets the 6.2 V8. I've got 450 odd horsepower in this car. It's on slick tyres. Quite big rears. The problem is the fronts aren't very big, which does make it understeer, which is why I've cranked up the downforce. But the front end, certainly on cold tyres as well, really doesn't like getting turned in, which isn't great. I just got to kind of live with it, essentially. Now, the Nissan ahead looks like it's a bit faster top end. I think we're a bit quicker accelerating. It's going to be interesting. I'm not quite sure where the braking point is up here. Can't go around the outside. We may be able to get an exit. I'm not quite sure. I mean, we're looking to the outside at the moment. Brazen is leading the race. I think I've just noticed. I think the Sylvia just says upgrade system sucks on it, which is very funny. That's it. No, I approve. It does. I'm going to make the most of the Camaro. Got hung out wide there. It is in trouble. Right, turn one we go. We're gonna. Oh god, this car goes up onto two wheels a lot. Now I've upped the downforce. This car goes on two wheels a lot more than I was expecting. We are approaching an M1. Can we go around the outside here? Difficult to make that one work. It's not quite going to happen. There's the Renault. Hello, Ewan. Ewan's there having a look. Shadows run out of road there on the outside, visiting some scenery. We're going to go up. We just want to be a motorbike. Has Holden ever made a motorbike? So yeah, they have. I've got it. I'm driving it. I'm racing it. It's definitely the Holden. It's not a Holden Monaro. This is the Holden motorbike. Can we sneak our nose to the inside of Liam? No, not quite. That was always that was a little bit ambitious. Ooh. We've kind of prized. There was a very slightly ajar door, and we sort of jimmied it with a Holden a bit there on Liam. Not the best pass I've ever done. So the Nissan is fast to be in a straight line. I think we are a little bit better in the corners. through here. It does look like it. We got a bit more corner speed. This is a weird car to drive. Like, I quite like it, but it is an odd one. I can't even describe the oddity of it, but it is slightly peculiar with the way it grips through these corners. But yeah, it works. I tried to do some tuning. It's probably, honestly, my tuning is not great, and it's probably been my tuning to try and get it to turn in has made it behave weird. Here comes that Nissan. The Nissan, I want to try and get the slipstream on the Ferrari to get past it, but I have to be careful because the Nissan might try and take a dive. It is there, but I don't think it's got... So we've got enough mid-corner grip to deal with the Z. We have got good acceleration on the exit of these corners to chase down the Ferrari, but I'm not quite close enough because Ferrari's very small. Ferrari's very light. So it's going to slip and slide about for me through there. And we're going to be a motorbike again. Ferrari's sliding too. So yeah, like from about 100 to about 120 we're quite quick compared to, or maybe even a bit lower than that speed-wise. We're good through turn 1. Ferrari is going to struggle here. We are on the outside, but it's oversteering. It's always a gamble. The Nissan's going to get to the inside of both of us. It's a who dare break latest contest. Monaro's, we fired it up the inside. It's a big tussle through there. Monaro, get off this corner nicely if you can, which it does. And we will put power down, and we will hopefully try to scarpe away from the group. Liam's got clear. We're up to 7th. Now it is trying to chase down the next pack. That is Ollie with that Peugeot, I think Impega with an FTO, and Scotty with an NSX, and I have celebrated by immediately going wide into the next corner. As I've got to now, I say, slightly relearn braking points, so I'm not dealing with other traffic. That was just a little bit ambitious, really, from me. Not got a huge amount of time to do too much. Longboat's got back past. It's a big gaggle of cars, so the leaders are in a little bit of field of their own. Then there's this big group over 3rd place, I think it's over 3rd at the moment, that I am trying frantically to come and join, but I think I've been in the midfield. Like, it's been a fun battle. I think we've just been in it for a little bit too long to really catch the group ahead. Someone's had a big off through there. Not sure who that was. Oh, we are turning in a little bit too soon through that one. It's not really been an advantage because it throws you off completely for the other one. Actually, I haven't noticed the... I guess maybe is that where the circuit goes for the... Just looking at the different... where the different bits of the track kind of fitted on that through Maggots and Beckett's. I swear it looks different to Silverstone normally. I don't know whether it's actually changed in real life. But, yeah, it looks a little bit odd. That's Ninetails up to the front of the field. Don't know what car they were driving. Up ahead, I think it's Gliska leading this little group. So, yeah, it's Gliska, Impega, Ollie and Scotty. And I really want to join the fun with the Monaro. I mean, it's a better lap for well, it's a slightly better lap for us. There's still plenty more speed in the car than this because we had a bit of a sketchy turn 1 and we had an adventure through Maggots and Beckett's. We don't have penalties turned on at the moment due to their inconsistent nature. We don't really want them. And certainly my off at Maggots and Beckett's, for example, I didn't really gain anything. If anything, I lost time because I was then wide through the next bloody corner. Yeah, I think we've got a genuinely very quick car here. We've gapped the vehicles behind. Once released from the traffic, we've gapped them, and we are catching the vehicles ahead. I actually went wide down here, didn't I? Last lap around as well. So I think this Monaro is a genuinely good B-class. This is the sort of track that I think the Monaro will be good at. It's got some grip for the corners, but it's also got plenty of straight line speed. So, or it's acceleration more than actual top end. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy with my car. I'd say the unfortunate bit is, yeah, we lost too much time early on. And just not quite enough. Not enough to recover to rejoin this group. It looks like Brazen and Ninetails are still going at it for 1st and 2nd. They're still very close together on the circuit. Now, through Mags and Beckers, if we can be neat and tidy. I mean, at the moment, more going for a sort of fastest lap. I don't think I'm going to quite be as fast, I don't think I'm quite as quick as the top two, but I guess we'll find out in all of this. I think we're going to be a little bit down, but not bad. We were a long way back on the grid. It was always going... Oh, no, I've got one more lap after this. I apologise. I miscounted the laps. Well, maybe there's a slither of hope for the Holden, although the group ahead has kind of calmed itself down. I want the group ahead, / I need the group ahead to really fight each other. If there's going to be any chance for us to really join it, we need them to be locked in battle. That is the best chance for me. Oh, rode the curve there a little bit too much. Yeah, it pings it up onto two wheels. Maybe try and do something about that with the car, but never mind. Yeah, it's not an ideal handling trait, to be honest, having the car that Holden motorbike. And I've gone wide at turn one. Any gap that we were closing has then come undone a little bit through the first section on this one. I think it's overdriving trying to catch the cars ahead that we just lack the speed to really... we don't lack the speed to catch the cars ahead, but overdriving is going to put me in trouble. We're just going to be wasting time. Yeah, we've lost 8/10 of a second on this lap. And typical, Scotty is now fighting with, I think it's Impega, with that FTO as they head down to the bottom. And they are going to slow each other down. It looks like the Peugeot may have got itself onto the podium in all of this. Come on, Holden. Or more like, come on, Alex. The Holden's doing its job. The downforce, I think it's Word. I think I would prefer this. I think I prefer this sort of setup to the car. It does kill my top speed a bit. It just makes it that little more stable, that little more manageable. I do think I prefer going for this build, if you will, this setup. God, it's still... Yeah, there's still something... If I was a better tuner, I could definitely make this handle better. I think the ultimate problem is always a little... is going to be a little bit front tyres. It's just not big enough for what I want from the car. Got in too quick through there. Oh, they're really fighting for the lead of the race. They are side by side up ahead. Brazen has got the move done on Ninetales by the looks of it. Scotty is coming under threat from the FTO up ahead. It's a little bit safer for third. It's a little bit more clear for third. We round the top of the course. Looks like Brazen is going to fend off Rion. They are side by side towards the final corner. We unfortunately cannot see exactly what way it's going to go. It looks like it might go the way of Ninetales. By the end of all that, it'll be a very close finish between the pair of them. We had pace. We lost too much early on. We could not quite climb our way back up. Yeah, we did. We had kind of pace. Didn't quite have the pace of Ninetales, or the Peugeot was very fast. I think a 20 is possible. I think a high 20 with that Monaro is actually quite possible around there. That's, yeah, genuinely very, very quick car. I'm happy with that. I like that. We climbed our way through the field. We didn't annoy Ewan too much. We kind of buggered off. As we got past, just couldn't quite catch the NSX. I couldn't really join that top three battle. Yeah, not too displeased with that vehicle at all. It's a solid first race. What more could you ask for? For our second race, we have come to Homestead, Miami. It is pouring it down with rain. We are starting a little bit further up the grid, which is nice. Now, I, of course, have got some wet weather tyres for my vehicle. We are on wets here, going through the first corner quite nicely. So, yeah, I've got wet tyres. Now, that is potentially advantage. I don't know how the wet tyres compare to like streets and stocks in terms of performance out here. We're all going to get a little bit stacked up through turn 1. Vante's leading with an RX-3 by the looks of it. My car, well, what was potentially a bit snappy and a bit a little bit fiddly in the dry is a whole lot more difficult in the wet. I will say that much. We are going to have a little bit of a look to the inside of the S2000. There's going to be a gap on the Mustang as well, I think. We can potentially exploit here. We will have a lot less weight lugging about in the Monaro, and we are going to sneak our way past the Ford. Important to get these passes done when at all possible. Well, I wasn't really looking for passing Ninetales here. This one, that was more about covering off the Mustang that wanted to have a little bit of a look. It didn't quite have the grip, it didn't quite have the braking performance to do that, but I didn't want to get stuck, pretty much. Don't know how much grip I'm going to have through here. Can barely see the corner to turn in. We have got through there quite nicely. Oh, the leaders with a huge wobble. The Mazda's in the weeds, and that is going to put me and Ninetales through. So now Dodge leads with a Toyota. Eccentric's there with a BMW. Ninetales' Escort is up in the fight. We've got the watching brief at the moment. We might be able to send it to the inside of Ninetales. I just don't quite know where the grip is going to be. I don't think I've driven this track in the dry in this car yet, so I don't really know where the grip is full stop. I certainly don't know where it is in the wet now. If we can keep Monaro alongside Escort, because we're on the inside for one corner or the outside for the next. Oh, I think our car's got a little bit stuck, or Ninetales may have got a bit of a slide trying to get on the power, which is quite possible down here. A lot of people struggling for grip and traction. Toyota is wide, may lose some places. No, it recovers it quite nicely. Eccentric tried to make the most of it, couldn't do it. We are past Ninetales finally, but the Escort is going to be an ever-present danger in this. The Escort is there, it's having a look, it's to the outside. We've got more top end than the BMW, that's for sure. We will break down towards this next hairpin, try and get as good an exit as we can here, which we do. It's still side by side for the lead of the race. Here comes the Monaro's power. Monaro has a lot of speed. There's a gap in the middle. It's really dicey doing this here. Whoa, BMW is going to fight back. We went 3 wide down the back stretch. We are still on the outside of the Beamer. Ninetales has followed us. The Toyota has been a little bit mugged through all of that. We are trying to, because we know where our car is really strong is here, although Ninetales is as strong as well. Eccentric's off the banking, but will not outrun me or the Ford for that matter. We will take the lead of the race, but we're on a terribly tight line, and the BMW immediately fires back. Ninetales is going to try and follow through on the inside. There's not really a huge amount of space to make that one work, but Ninetales will sit there and sit on the inside. We are going to run through the next corner. My dog's had a big sneeze in the background. I don't know whether you will have heard that. Thought I would let you know if you heard the weird sound. Gliska's come to join the party as well now. It's all got very busy up at the front of the race. I need to clear the BMW. Whoa, there goes again, it's the snappy power delivery in this that can kind of catch it out. Right, we are through that section. So Gliska's up to third. Ninetales has fallen to fourth, but is still, very much there. Don't know where the braking point is down here yet. It's a little bit of guesswork in the Monaro. The second half of the lap, I think my car is better on here. It does, we can just utilize its straight line speed, essentially. This corner, I mean, these conditions are horrible, trying to spot braking points, and you want to try and be aggressive with the car, but because it is literally grass, if I go off, we put a wheel on the grass, I'm rear wheel drive, in these conditions, you are having a terrible day, basically. We are through that last chicane quite nicely, though. Gliska's going to be looking wide. Gliska's got way more grip than I do, but we outrun down the straight. And again, we're doing the same thing to Eccentric that we did last time around, although this lap we're not quite close enough to fire it up the inside, although we won't have Ninetales for company quite the same way. Can we look for something? I mean, we're looking for just anything around here that we can do. Can we? So I want to try and punch the car forward and now defend from Gliska, if at all possible. Right, punch it off the corner here. The Mazda's going to stick on the rear corner, and then we'll just lose out to us down the back straight. So Eccentric's being helped a little bit by the fact that me and Gliska are now fighting, because I think the Mazda's... Oh, can't steer. That's the really unfortunate one. Yeah, so Gliska just... Well, once you make that lightest bit of contact with the rear bumper, it's only a tiny bit of contact. I can't steer, so I'm just going to the outside of the circuit, and Gliska's coming with me, basically. However, Gliska did a great job of unhooking that, because there's not much I can really do on the inside, because if I stop, if I go on some on the brakes, we're still going forward, we're still going to push the Mazda off the circuit. So, yeah, we've had to go very defensive through that section to try and fend off the RX-7 as much as possible. Wow, it's so difficult to see whether even the apex is now through there because of all the rain and the puddles. This corner was where I was very wide, wasn't very wide, I was wide last lap around, trying to keep everything together as best as possible. Now get as good a run on the exit here. If we can clear the Beamer, we might be okay, because the Beamer might slow the others down, but that's so much easier said than done. We are not able currently to clear that M1 as we head through the first corner. The Escort is right there. The Escort is looking around the outside. It's not going to find the space, I don't think, to do much through there. Now, we are better than we have been the last couple of laps. Are we close enough to use the Holden straight line speed? BMW is going to defend. It always knew it was a danger if I get off that corner well. Oh, now it's my turn to be stuck on that outside line. We may still get off the corner well enough. Not quite. We're not going to do it before this straight. BMW's again going to go super defensive. Gliska's back to threaten. I should have swapped sides on the BMW there, although BMW may be vulnerable down this straight because we've kind of pinned it to the bottom of the course. There goes the power of the Monaro. All the V8, all the V8 noise, all the V8 power. We worked hard. We had to work hard to get the pass on that BMW. We have now done it, and BMW's immediately firing it back through. Oh, we were trying to go underneath. Of course, the problem bit for me is the BMW has the brakes and has the grip to do that. Oh, Gliska's there looking. We were trying to be a bit sneaky and cut underneath that. I think Gliska's got more pace than both of us in some ways. We need to, if we clear this BMW, we need to not be immediately repassed by it. We are going to fire it in towards this sort of first corner complex. M1 is going to probably look around the outside. It might not quite be able to do it this time. I think it's 2x2 back there. It is a huge train of cars, and the glorious thing is a huge train of all very different cars are racing wheel to wheel here. Oh, they got in trouble. Something occurred. May have been some sliding. Did not see what occurred. It's on the penultimate lap now. I think Chris is involved in that group as well. It is a manic battle pack, which is what you want from a B-class race. The rain has made it. Yeah, Chris is up to third now. The rain has made it crazy around here. This Monaro has not been an easy vehicle to drive. It has been a typical muscle car. It has been a point and squirt car. It's not had great grip through the corners, but acceleration-wise it has been good. Chris has climbed to second now through all of this. Use the straight line speed where we can. This section of the track we are not bad at. BMW has... Oh, I say we're not bad at it, and I missed where the apex was. I'm trying to see through the water. That is the real difficulty. At this bit here we are a little slow. I am just playing it cautiously, though, as well, through this section. Kind of have to, because anything less than cautious, and the car's going to do silly things, basically. We will get away now. Okay, now we've got to pull whatever advantage we can. The big help for me is potentially going to be that lot having a fight. The more they are fighting amongst themselves, the better news it is for me. Because if Ninetales is looking for a way past Chris, they're going to be taking compromised lines and all of that good stuff, which is what I desperately want to see. Have them slow each other down will, in theory, allow my Monaro to just build that little bit of a lead. Ninetales is back to second. Carver's up to fourth. I think that was in an FTO. Is in that fight. Oh, please slow down, Monaro. It's been one of the most nerve-wracking races. We really fought in this one. It's been a great battle. It's been a great battle so far. We just got to see it home with the Monaro. We're through the worst of the circuit. We now head towards the hairpin. Get the wiggly Monaro out the other side. We've just got... I mean, we did lose a place to the BMW coming off this corner. Not through this one, but it's the next one. I don't know how good Ninetales' escort is. It's difficult to tell because we've all been in traffic so much here. We head into these final couple of corners. I mean, you never want Ninetales directly behind you. It's always scary, but I think the Monaro is through there nicely enough. Monaro is going to leave the final corner. Actually, a really good final sector for me. Chris tried and couldn't quite do it for third. We will take the victory. Ninetales is second. Carver gets fourth with that FTO. Gliska got up to fifth. I think Gliska had the fastest car there, but because of its straight line speed, just got stuck. Just got stuck in frustration pretty much with me. And then got stuck in the pack. Dodge's Toyota got to sixth ahead of Tiger in the Falcon. Corolla up in eighth of Red. Eccentric fell to ninth by the end of that, but put up a hell of a fight for a long time with that M1. Danger Man rounded out the top 10 with the DBS. Probably not such a suited circuit for the DBS, let's be honest, in that conditions. Bloody hell. Oh, that was a manic race. That was an absolutely crazy race. What a battle, what a fight. Now I can breathe, I think. Now, you might notice something a little bit weird in this next race. You see, I am driving a Bugatti Chiron, but this is B-Class. Yes, there is currently a little bit of a glitch that allows you to PI, but it basically allows you, when messing about with the engine swaps and the turbos, you can get a Chiron and a Devo and pretty much any car that gets the Enzo V12 engine. Massive PI drop. So this is a 350 horsepower Bugatti Chiron. It is on race tyres. It has absolutely tremendous race tyres. The grip on this is phenomenal. And quite frankly, it's broken. Now, I didn't discover this exploit. I'll put a link to the guy who did, when we figured out this was possible. It's absolutely insane. It has no straight line speed. Doesn't matter. It has unbelievable levels of grip in this, because at the end of the day, it's still a Chiron, just with a lot less horsepower. Initially, I hoped, when I saw that this was a thing, I was hoping that it was like the Group 4 Chiron, the sort of Veyron you got in Gran Turismo. I was hoping it was like a turbo rally swap or something silly, but it is a bit of a wacky way to do it. A whole bunch of cars can now be. I'm sure this will be fixed, because this shouldn't be able to exist, which is why I'm kind of using it now, just to show that it's funny. And look, it's another class when you get in the corners, and under braking, of course, because it's got humongous carbon ceramic brakes. Just, it's got no straight line speed at all. We're probably going to go dive bomb the GTA here. We will get past that one. Carver is leading the way, I think, with an FTO. But of course, now we're on a straight, so everything comes piling past. Ollie's driving the Devo, which is basically the same scenario as the Chiron. Then there goes a Civic, and then there goes an MR2. Because the difficulty with these is, is that I'm struggling to really utilise this speed, because there's so much grip in the corners, but it's no good if you know there is a bunch of cars in your way. So you've really got to push it. Like, over the course of a lap, it would probably be, you know, incredibly good. You can just see. Oh no, I've got a bit wide. The Bugattis have found each other, and Ollie is probably better than me, to be honest. No. Oh, if you get a little bit of clean air, it's going to be so quick. Ollie, you know what? You can clear the path now. You can clear the path for the Bugatti boats. and the rest of us, and then I can hopefully follow you through if I stop making a nuisance of myself here. Right, under brakes for the corkscrew we go. Well, that was a little bit less than ideal. Well, never mind. Ollie got tangled with an Alpine. We will go, thank you very much. And I go to the absolute limit of what I can do in a Chiron. I mean, like, it's... I took this for a quick test run at Lime Rock when I built it, and the first flying lap I did was like the 9th fastest time ever at Lime Rock in a B-class car. That tells you how insane. I should not be that quick with them. But in traffic, it struggles because you just simply cannot carry that speed through the corner that you want to, really. Here comes the GTA. It's not going to be able to do anything. It cannot... Like, none of these cars here, nothing is going to be able to outbrake us at all. I think the Devo may be a slight bit better than the Chiron brand, which would make sense, actually, because it would be a lighter sort of starting point. I mean, the Devo is a bit of a better say track car, essentially. Stevie has got the Megane going wide. Ollie is going to be passed. Can we just sweep around the outside of the Renault? No, not really. it's the lack of... I say it's the lack of power. It's always going to be the case. It is the getting stuck in traffic that is difficult to deal. We're going to have to fire it at the corkscrew, I think. Otherwise, the Devo is going to get away here. Where does Stevie brake? How late can I brake with a Chiron? Quite late is the answer. We will be a little bit sneaky on the way past, and then we will be just like flat pretty much through there. And then the next corner. Oh no, Liam's sliding. Problem is, all his hard work is going to get undone. Oh, okay, that was a little bit rude. I shall be honest. It was one of those annoying ones because I got to go for it. This is kind of what we thought might happen driving these. Well, we're now going to have a lap, say a bit of a lap here, where we have a gap. Danger Man, you can go for it if you want, but you're not going to be able to actually pull that one off. Yeah, it's that just sat in traffic is difficult to deal with. This perhaps not the perfect track for the car either. At Lime Rock it would be where Lime Rock it would be very happy. Liam and Stevie are side by side, got the turn-in front end grip when it goes. When you get it right, the front end just bites and is into a corner, and that's that basically. How fast can I be through here? Relatively quick. So I can't remember what size tyres it's got on the front. 3, 4, 5s or something. Which is, when you got 1,500 horsepower, that's necessary. When you got 350, I say it's slightly less necessary. It's a bit silly. It's a bit silly for this sort of pace. We will try and carry good speed down the corkscrew. I mean, we're already back up to Liam and Stevie. If I get that turning point right, I think that corner is absolutely flat for me. And we will head around this next corner. Hello, you two. On the back here again. Unfortunately, I just can't do anything. And then we just get murdered down the straight. We'll turn underneath Stevie. There is a Nissan in the pits. Don't know what happened to that one. Either it got nudged across the road slightly, or something else. Not sure. I guess could be running out of fuel if you didn't put enough laps of fuel in it. Now we're stuck behind a Renault again. No. Oh. Oh, well, we're pushing Stevie into mistakes, but it's really, we are finding just how very difficult it is to pass with all of this grip. And again, Stevie's going to outrun me. Ollie's having a better time. He's not winning the race, but he's having a much better time than I have been in this. We are going to keep the Renault pinned down there. Climb the hill as best as possible. You can have a look there, Stevie, but you're not going to be getting through anytime soon. I mean, I didn't really get that one right either. Oh, RX3 has made a mistake somewhere. We will... Oh, well, I wanted to be able to clear it because I don't want to be following a car through this section where we are really good. That is so much speed through there. That will be to the inside and past. Right, let's hope we're gonna get a couple more laps. Whether we can get up to Ewan, don't know. It's gonna really depend on where we catch. It's where we catch other cars, essentially. If we can catch and pass them quickly, it's fine. But we might not be able to catch and pass them quickly. But you got to try and outbrake me. I was expecting it just to stay on a line. And to be fair, it may have actually just got loose going over that crest of the Mazda. It looked like, well, everything looks like it's fast in a straight line compared to this thing. And oh, that's asking a small bit too much. We were all-wheel drive, which, you know, very, very helpful. That is just a lift and go sort of a corner. I don't know how far Ollie has made it up through the pack, unfortunately. Okay, turn in, power down, and we're off up the hill. We've got to clear Liam this lap. But not do it on the final corner, because we leave it until the final corner. Liam will just be back past us by turn 1, and then we might be able to catch Ewan by the end of the race. However, there's a really big if. Liam is all crossed up under brakes down there. My best bet is going to be, I mean, if I can get past Liam here, which we do, that is absolutely what we needed to do, because then we need to be monstrous through this corner, which we are, and then it's off to the final turn, and I'm hoping, hope against hope, we are out of range. By the time we get to turn 1, no, pushed it too hard trying to get into position to chase down a Ewan. Foolish me. To be fair, it was literally I would say it was our only chance, our best chance, perhaps, to catch Ewan was to be absolutely perfect and just hope that it stuck to the road. That being said, Ewan's had a little bit of a scruffy lap this time around, so yeah, maybe a little foolish, but you know, we've got to gamble. Sometimes. That's fine, almost. There's quite a lot of rally crossing going on this lap so far. It's quite a lot of rally crossing indeed has occurred. Now, nicely through there on the absolute limit of what the Chiron can do. It's so, like, I know this is a thing that is going to go away. However, it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun, like, because there was always that group for Veyron from Gran Turismo, and while this is not supposed to be a vehicle that exists in this game, it's fun that it does. And I mean, it's actually great to drive as well. No, we're not going to be able... I mean, we should be able to go around the outside of Liam here, which we do. Problem is, I don't know if we're going to be able to slow down Liam enough out of here to actually hold this to the line. No, we're going to chase Liam across the circuit. Couldn't do it. I mean, there's so much more speed in that car, but just when you get stuck in traffic, it's horrific. Ollie's was better than mine. So, I mean, mine would have been in the 35s, I should think. Ollie's was the fastest car on the track. The Devo was good. I was a bit silly. That sounds a bit silly. We had to make up time. We had to make up more time than that as well. Yeah. It's such a wacky thing. It's such a cool thing. Carver took victory with an FTO. Ninetales was second with a DBS, and Impega on the podium with the Sierra. The Devo did make its way up into fourth with the fastest lap of the race. Monstrously quick lap time. So yeah, the Devo a little bit better with the B-class cars. Mine... Oh, the Devo was a bit faster than me down the straight, and I just got stuck in traffic constantly. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. We end on a very, very silly note. If you would like to take part in the next session of this, you can sign up via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus Community sign up section and you can register to take part in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.